This is not rocket science. We know exactly what we can do and what we should be doing. Please wear a mask.
There's no reason to be walking around with a mask.
I often myself wear 2 masks.
There's an email from you concluding I do not recommend that you wear a mask.
Everybody should be wearing a mask when they're outside. People should not be walking around with masks. I wear a mask when I'm outside.
You don't need a mask when you're outside.
Wear a mask at all times when you're outside.
So even if you are vaccinated, you should wear a mask.
If you are vaccinated, you do not need to wear a mask.
Dr. Fauci, thank you for your clarity.
If you wear masks, you can decrease the likelihood of transmitting or acquiring COVID-19 by 50, 60, 70, maybe 80%.
He said masks work at the margins, maybe 10%.
You're a master communicator.
Wear a mask all the time, consistently, when you're outside.
It's not like I always wear one.
Always wear a mask.
We do not recommend people wearing masks.
Children should still wear masks.
At least 1 mask.
You don't need to be walking around with a mask.
Absolutely. We should have universal wearing of masks.
Mandating masks, yes, let's do it. If it doesn't happen nationally, then I think that the mayors and the governors should do it.
Mask mandates did nothing.
Forget the politics. Look at the data.
Mask mandate states fared no better than states without mask mandates.
In hindsight, though, when you look at this, do you think the mask mandates were a mistake?
You know, Caitlin, I don't want to say a mistake, but I think we really need to remember.
This high school student ended up in handcuffs after she refused to wear a mask.
Wear a mask.
A man was removed from a SEPTA bus for not wearing a mask.
Just wear a mask.
Ohio woman tased after refusing to wear a mask.
Wear your mask.
Not wearing a mask. This is what they do to you.
Make sure you have a mask.
Where's your mask at?
Wear a mask.
Get your hand up now.
Follow the science.
The officer body slamming a woman when she refused to wear a mask.
Based purely on the science.
They were yanked out of a school board meeting after refusing to wear masks.
Wear a mask.
She's in jail over a dispute on whether or not to wear masks.
Wear a mask.
She was walking without a mask on.
Everybody should wear a mask.
She was told to wear a mask but refused.
You gotta wear a mask.
And a mother is arrested in front of her young child.
You should be wearing a mask.
Do you wear a mask when you're not on television?
Well, you know, my life is pretty different.
I can say as a public health official that I would urge the leaders, the local political and other leaders in states and cities and towns to be as forceful as possible in getting your citizenry to wear masks. Be as forceful as possible.
Forced out in handcuffs.
Wear a mask.
I'm being arrested because I refuse to wear a mask.
Masks are very important.
Are you joking right now?
This is America.
You should be wearing a mask.
He was tased in front of his wife and child.
Guided purely by the science.
That 66-year-old handcuffed because he didn't wear a mask.
Look at the science.
There is just no evidence that masks, make any difference, full stop. The N95 masks, surgical or cloth masks, makes no difference.
Okay, then why was I wearing a mask for so many times?
Policymakers to impose mask mandates were convinced by non-randomized, flawed observational studies.
But there's nothing to indicate that wearing a mask has deleterious effects.
It does have costs. I can't count how many parents have called me and said, look, my kid can't wear a mask. It's really hurting. Or parents telling me that their kids didn't learn how to read or have verbal problems as a result of the masking. It has costs. It absolutely has harms. And there's no evidence of it working.
Obviously, children who are older than 2 years old should be wearing a mask.
Mask mandates for children under 5.
And going back to what I said before, all of that is in the context of, at the time, 4,000 to 5,000
mask mandates for children under
people a
5.
day
There's
were
scientific
dying.
evidence for that.
Excuse me?
Mask mandates for children under 5. There's scientific evidence supporting that.
There was no study that did masks on kids before. You couldn't do the study.
Children of a certain age, greater than 2 years old, should be wearing masks. No doubt about that. Children should be wearing the mask.
They were kicked off a plane because their 2-year-old wouldn't put on her mask.
Have the children have masks.
Her family was also kicked off the flight.
My son was eating French fries boarding the plane. He didn't have a mask on.
It is really not prudent to pull masks off children. When the children go out into the community, you want them to continue to wear masks.
The mom is told to get off a flight because her 2-year-old would not wear a mask.
Children should be wearing masks from 2 years old. You're dealing with science.
2-year-old with asthma thrown off a flight for not wearing a mask.
Stick with the science.
Disabled 10-year-old kicked out of the market for not wearing a mask.
Should children be wearing masks?
Yes.
A little girl suspended for not wearing her mask.
Keep everybody masked.
Police were called over the child's face mask.
Wear a mask.
If you're not wearing your mask, you will be
You
suspended.
really should be wearing a mask.
And the best way for me to prevent getting an infectious disease is wearing a mask.
No.
I don't need to do that.
You avoid all the paranoid aspects and do
Okay.
something positive. Get some exercise.
That's correct.
Get good sleep. I think that the normal, low-tech, healthy things are the
Okay.
best thing that you can do, David, is stay
All
healthy.
right, well, I'm going to try to do that.
So that was the reason for what is considered inconsistencies about recommendations of wearing masks.
Dr. Fauci, before I begin with my questions, just wanted to ask you, does wearing masks stop the spread of COVID or help prevent the spread of COVID?
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't hear your question.
Dr. Fauci, does wearing masks help stop the spread of COVID?
Absolutely.
Should people keep wearing masks?
Absolutely.
What specific studies do you cite to argue that the public should be wearing masks well into 2022?
I'm not sure I understand the connection of what you're saying.
You're telling everybody to wear a mask. Isn't it just theater?
No, it's
You've had
not.
the vaccine and you're wearing 2 masks. Isn't that theater?
No, that's not. Here we go again with the theater. Let's get down to the facts.
There's no science behind it.
Well, let me just state for the record that masks are not theater. Masks are protective.
There's no science behind it.
Here we go again with the theater.
Isn't that theater? Isn't it just theater?
Well, let me just state for the record that masks are not theater.
There's no science behind it.
Here we go again with the theater.
Isn't that theater? Isn't it just theater?
Well, let me just state for the record that masks are not theater.
There's no science behind it.
Here we go again with the theater.
You parade around in 2 masks for show.
Well, let me just state for the record that masks are not theater.
There's no science behind it.
Here we go again with the theater.
You want people to wear a mask for another couple years?
No. Well, let me just state for the record that masks are not theater.
There's no science behind it.
Here we go again with the theater.
Isn't that theater? Isn't it just theater?
Well, let me just state for the record that masks are not theater.
There's no science behind it.
Here we go again with the theater. Let's get down to the facts.
If you need to be in society, just wear a protective cloth clothing that would essentially be a functional equivalent of a mask. You've got to get a well-fitted mask that has of a high quality. And the two we know are high quality are an N95 or a KN95. It doesn't have to be an N95, a surgical mask, but just a cloth covering. Cloth coverings work.
I've heard now cloth masks are basically kind of useless.
Yeah, well, I recommend that you get the highest quality mask.
What do you do? What kind of mask do you wear?
Well, I have a bunch of the paper type masks and a bunch of cloth masks. Okay, that's what I do.
The mask that you buy in a drugstore would be not particularly efficient in keeping out virus.
Be as forceful as possible.
That was by Orf. Beautiful video.
Orf. Whoever made that, it's spectacular.
Man, this was awesome.
Just perfect.
Really interesting video.
Matt Orfala.
Matt Orfala.
Matt Orfala.
Matt Orfala.
Matt Orfalia.
Matt Orfalia.
It almost made me cry.
Matt Orfala.
Matt Oralpha.
Hysterical.
It's fantastic.
This is the best.
Matt Orlefralo.
Matt Orfala.
Do I have it right?
You know, that's how famous Orf is.